This video is how to buy and sell crypto safely. We're going to go through this flow right here, which starts from getting fiat currencies from your own bank account through to an exchange, getting them off into wallets, trading them back, selling out of your cryptocurrency, and then withdrawing the value back into your bank account if you want to do that. I'll leave timestamps for each of those sections down in the description. What we want to do first is find out which crypto exchanges are trustworthy and the largest. Now, it's not necessarily the case that the largest exchanges are the most trustworthy, but we can have a look right here as to, what are the largest exchanges. So if we go on CoinGecko and then look at exchanges and crypto exchanges, we can see down here that via 24-hour trade volume, it looks like Binance is the biggest, and then we have some competitors down here as well. You can definitely do your own research as to which exchanges that you want to use, but we're going to look right here for reserve data. Reserve data is something new. It is a proof of reserves, and so a lot of these exchanges now show us on the blockchain that they are holding our assets for us. So what we can do is actually click in here, for example, on Binance, and then we can go over to exchange reserves. So if we click on this, it takes us over to a few different options right here. You have DeFi Llama and Nansen, and they actually look at the blockchain and show us, which exchanges do hold the most reserves, and also that they are holding the reserves that they say. So you can go over to DeFi Llama. You can see that Binance as a centralized exchange holds around $60 billion worth of client assets. And then you can see the chains that they hold the assets on, and then come down here for some more information. So good to see that the exchanges that we're using have a proof that they hold the assets that they say they're holding. And that reserve data is available for most of the top exchanges now. There's two ways to buy cryptocurrency with your own fiat, be it dollars or pounds or euros: card and bank transfer. Let's go through card first then. This is exactly the same as buying something on Amazon. So as an example on Binance, and I'll leave a link to them in the description, they give deposit and trading bonuses as well as a few other exchanges. So I'll leave them linked down there, but we can go to credit debit card right here. And then this is just simply a credit card transaction. Now, when you sign up for an account and you want to use fiat currencies, you do have to put KYC information. That's know your customer information, including your ID and your address details. And you want that to match up with the address details of your bank and card to make sure that everything goes through. But very simply, just go ahead and put your card details in here, see how much that you want to spend. And then it's going to show you which cryptocurrency that you want to buy. Now, this is a card transaction, so Visa, MasterCard. You can either buy directly into cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or ETH or anything else, or what a lot of people do is actually go ahead and buy a stable coin. So this is a dollar equivalent. All cryptocurrencies trade versus the dollar essentially, although because the dollar isn't a cryptocurrency, we use things called stable coins which track the dollar one for one, or they should anyway. So we're going to click on BUSD here, which is Binance US dollar. This is backed one for one in a bank account, and it's actually issued by a different company called Paxos, but I won't get into that. So if we spend $100, as you can see here, that'll switch directly into BUSD, which is that stable coin. And then there's a small fee right here, as you can see, for that transaction as well. Now, the downside of using cards is that the transaction fees on the card side can be very high. It can be a couple of % per transaction if you are using a card. The next way to do things then is via a bank transfer, and this is going to be the cheapest method. Most of the time it's actually free of charge to do this, but it's a slightly different way of doing things. So I'll go over that now. We can go to bank deposit right here. Now, there are different methods of sending fiat currencies around. There's the SWIFT network. You also have wire transfers in the States, and you have ACH in the States as well. It depends which currency that you're actually putting on here. Now, you don't have to be from a certain country to use a currency. For example, if you're from the UK and you have a method of switching pounds into dollars, then you can definitely go ahead and send dollars into an exchange like Binance or any of the other exchanges as well. But as you can see, the currency that you're using may have a different transfer method. So for US dollars on Binance anyway, the bank transfer is via SWIFT. It's a 0 fee, and it takes 1 to 4 business days to get through and cleared into your account. As an example, if we use another fiat currency, now each exchange is going to support a different list of fiat currency. So it really depends which country you're in as to which exchange that you might want to use. Binance, for the most part, supports the vast majority of all the major fiats. But we can click on pound sterling as an example here. And you can see that within the UK, you can use faster payments. That's £1 fee. Now, a lot of banks actually block payments to crypto exchanges, but we won't get into that in this video. But as you can see, it just depends on which asset or which fiat currency that you're actually using and transferring as to the deposit method. The way that it works with putting fiat currency into any exchange is that there's a bank account that you transfer it to, and those details will be given to you. So if we go over here to USD, let's say we want to continue with that Swift transfer and continue here. You choose the amount that you actually want to send into the exchange. So if we put $1,000 here, as we can see, you receive 1,000 BUSD. Like I said, BUSD is that stable coin. So if you're putting dollars in, it just transfers it directly into BUSD. Binance themselves do not charge any fees for doing this, but there may be a charge from your bank, especially if you're using Swift. There will definitely be a charge around $10-15 or so. But what you do now is press continue. Now, I've already done KYC, which means my details are with Binance. If you want to deal with fiat currency on any exchange, you will need to put your details, so your ID, your address, and that needs to match up with the bank that you're sending it from. If you're sending it from a different name or a different address, then there's going to be some issues right here. If we press continue right here, what you will get is the bank details of Binance in this instance, or whichever exchange that you're using. You will also get a unique payment reference. This is absolutely vital because this tells the exchange where your payment is going. And so what you need to do is send that transaction from your bank and then put the payment reference in there so that the exchange can actually put it right into your account. But that is a bank transfer just into someone else's bank. As we are sending funds to another organization, it's important to have a lot of trust with the exchange that they aren't going to do anything with your money that you don't want them to. And so this is where this flow comes in, that now we have some funds on the exchange. What we want to do is get those funds into the crypto that we want. And then for the most part, we want to actually withdraw that from the exchange into a decentralized wallet. Decentralized wallets allow you to take custody of the assets, so you own them and no one can send them or take them away without your say-so with those wallets. And so we'll look at trading on the exchange for right now and then sending it out into a wallet. So for example, on Binance and many other exchanges, you can now convert your crypto into the actual crypto that you want. Now, if you're trading via card, you can just do that directly, so buy Bitcoin or ETH directly. If you're transferring in via a bank transfer, you'll get that stable coin, and so you might want to exchange it into another crypto. So there's two ways to do that on most exchanges. One is through a simple convert feature. This is like going to the airport and giving someone your money and then they give you the foreign exchange. It's very simple, but it's often a little bit more expensive and you often don't get a good trade. But let's go through this. So we can choose BUSD. So we're going to go BUSD here because we would have that in our account if we made a bank transfer, and then we can just switch that into any crypto that we want. We can search them all here, Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever, and then you just put the amount in that you want to trade. So if you had $1,000, you'd put $1,000 into BTC, and then you can preview that conversion and it will show you the price that you get. As you can see here, 1,000 BUSD into BTC. So you're selling dollars and buying Bitcoin. You can see the rate right here in terms of what you're getting. The transaction is 0 fee for right now. Bitcoin at the moment is doing 0 commission on BTC trading. And then you can see how much you will receive right there. If you have sufficient balance, just press, OK, and then you can actually go ahead and trade. That's very simple, but like I said, you often get a slightly worse deal when using a simple convert feature like this. Another way to trade though is with a limit order, which lets us choose the exchange rate that we get. We can sometimes get much better trades like this, so I'll show you how to do this. If you're on a simple convert feature on Binance anyway, you can go to limit and actually put the details in right here. But what I'm going to do is go over to trade and then spot and then just see the professional screens. It might look like a bit of a mess, but it's actually fairly simple. We just have the details of the trade that we want to go ahead with right here that we can input. So what we're going to do is obviously choose the assets that we want to trade. You can come up in the top right hand corner and choose that. So we can look at the most popular assets. So right here is Bitcoin versus BUSD. So we're going to click on that just to keep it the same. Now we can see that Bitcoin is trading against BUSD right here. And we're going to go down to the bottom left and input our purchase details. So for right now, Bitcoin is trading at $17,818. So what we can do now is actually choose the price that we want to buy at. So I'm just going to go down here and click. You can see the price changes. So I'm going to choose how much BUSD that I want to spend. and we choose the price that we pay. Now you can change this to anything that you want. So you can change this to 17,500. And what this means is that you're bidding 17,500 BUSD per one Bitcoin. But down here in the total, you can choose exactly how much BUSD that you spend. So, any amount that you want right here. Now, what's going to happen is that our bid will go onto the system. We want to buy at a price of 17,500. The current market price is 17,800. And so our order isn't going to go through straight away because we're too cheap. What we can do is very easily change that. So if you put this order in, it will come down here into your open orders. There should be a little icon that looks like a notepad with a pen. You can change the price very easily. So you can change the price maybe to 17,830, which is much closer to the real price. And as you can see, the price moves around a little bit. And so you may actually just find, if you put your order in for a couple of minutes, that it actually gets hit. And then you would have bought for a little bit of a cheaper price than had you just pressed buy with a market order like we saw previously. So limit orders allow you to edit and change the price you're willing to pay for the asset. And you might get a cheaper price overall by using this rather than a market order. Using exchanges to trade crypto is great. They're very convenient, but most people will obviously withdraw their crypto from the exchange. So they take self-custody of their crypto and they're not relying on any centralized counterparty to store it. There are many wallets out there, so let's go through some of the wallets right here. I've got videos on all of these wallets, which I'll link in the description. I've got video guides on the best wallets, both software and hardware wallets, and tutorials on all of them as well. So I'll leave those linked in the description. But what we want is a wallet that supports the cryptos that we have. Vast majority of wallets will support Bitcoin. So Trust Wallet is a mobile wallet right here, and you can just withdraw your crypto very easily to these. And Bitcoin, BNB Chain, Ethereum, you can all withdraw it to these wallets so you can take self-custody. MetaMask is also great for Ethereum style chains. So that's not, Bitcoin isn't supported on here at the moment, but Ethereum and lots of other types of coins are. And then you have something like Ledger, which is a hardware wallet, which is much safer. Again, I'll leave that to all of the videos that I'll leave linked in the description. In order to withdraw crypto from an exchange though, just go to the withdraw screen and then it's going to ask you for a wallet address. So we can very easily put our wallet address in once we have one of those set up. Like I said, videos in the description for that. But we choose the coin that we want to withdraw, and then it says, which address do you want to send it to? If you have a wallet set up, then you can very easily find the address by clicking on the coin that is supported. So in this case, Bitcoin, and then just pressing receive right here. If I press on receive, I now have all of my wallet address here. I have a QR code, so if I'm using another phone, I can scan it very easily. It also gives me the long wallet address that I can copy, and then I can go and copy that address and paste it into the withdraw screen of my Binance or other exchange. If you're using the same phone, you can just swipe through the apps, press withdraw, Bitcoin blockchain, and withdraw via that address. That will go through with a blockchain transaction, which means you do have to pay a blockchain fee to withdraw that. And the fee changes dependent on which blockchain that you're using. Bitcoin and Ethereum are a little bit more expensive. Other chains are a little bit cheaper, but that is how you actually withdraw crypto from the exchange and put it into a wallet that you own so that you can take self-custody of your assets. How do we actually sell crypto and get it back into our account though from a wallet? The problem with wallets is that they are just software. These are not companies with customer service, and they certainly, for the most part, do not have links with banks. And so you can't take Bitcoin from one of these wallets and somehow send it to your bank account. There's just no links there. And so what we need to do is get crypto from our wallet back into an exchange, and then we can sell that out into a fiat currency that we want to withdraw. So what we can do is go to our exchange and then click on deposit crypto or receive crypto. You can see the coin right here that we can choose, whichever we have. We can choose the network. And again, it depends which coin that you have on which network. But if you're using Bitcoin, it's probably on the Bitcoin blockchain. So we can actually press this right here. And then what this will come up with is the address at our exchange, right? So if we have our wallet set up and we have some Bitcoin here, we can now press send, and then it says recipient address. We need to copy that address from our exchange. So come here, click the network, whatever that may be. It's going to give you address. Copy that address. That's where you want to send it to. Go to your wallet, paste that recipient address in here, choose the amount of Bitcoin that you want to send. That's going to use the blockchain and send Bitcoin right into your exchange wallet. The wallet that you have here is unique to you, and so the exchange is going to know exactly that you're sending Bitcoin to your own wallet address right here. Now what we need to do is sell that cryptocurrency back into the fiat currency that we want to withdraw. So we can go to trade once more. I'll show you on the professional screen right here. Now Binance do support many fiat currencies, and your exchange may or may not, but we're going to go to BTC, and then I want to look at fiat currencies. So I'm going to press space GBP. Now BTC GBP is supported right here, so I can click on that. Now what I'm getting is BTC valued in pounds, and I want to, sell the Bitcoin back into pounds. So I can go to the price right here, and I can look at the price and say I'm willing to, sell at this price. So I can click on that, 14,361 GBP per BTC, and I can choose the amount of BTC that I want to sell right here, and do that, and then just press sell BTC. That BTC is now going to be sold into pound sterling, but you can do this with other fiat currencies as well. Now, if you have dollars, you can just sell it directly back into BUSD. When you want to withdraw, you'll have that BUSD there in your account, and Binance will withdraw that back to actual dollars in your account. That's for Binance. For other exchanges, it may be a little bit different. Once you have the fiat currency in your account now, you can then withdraw that to your bank account. So we go to the withdraw fiat screen, we choose the fiat currency that we want to withdraw, and then we use the recommended withdrawal method, either bank transfer. You can see the card here has a much higher transaction fee, so bank transfer would be the best. Just press continue, and then you put your bank details in. Now that has to match up with your KYC details that you have with Binance. That is how to do it with Binance, and it's going to be similar for other exchanges that support fiat payments like Crypto.com, Coinbase, Kraken, everything like that. That is the flow of fiat to crypto to wallet to fiat though. If you want deposit and trading bonuses on Binance and some other exchanges, and the wallet tutorials all linked in the description. I'm James with MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.